Well, welcome everybody to this Saturday training. Today is September 28th in 2019. I'm Roger Broberg, and Jennifer Eaves and I will be doing the training. And I am super excited about this training. I think it's something that we need because CBD seems to be a little bit of a mystery to everybody, and the more we can learn about it, I think the more comfortable and the better we will be at showing this to people we meet. And so I wanted to do that, and I invited Jennifer Eaves to come on. She's got a lot of knowledge and training and stuff in this area, and just seems to be a lot more keyed in than I am. So I'm here to learn just as much as everybody else is. Before we get into that, I wanted to see what it is that's had you guys excited this week. So if anybody would like to come on and share, go ahead. I don't have the lines muted. You can just unmute your own phone and come on.
This is April.
I think I heard April and Luann. April, why don't you go ahead first, and then I'll come to you, Luann.
Well, I'm excited that I have two new preferred customers that just got their product this week and just started, and they're excited for their new progress, and I'm looking forward to supporting them in it.
Awesome. Good for you.
Thanks.
Luann, are you out there? Was that you that was going to share?
Yes, it was. Congratulations, April. That's awesome. It's always good when people get started on Relive. And, you know, I think it's really important, and we've talked about this a lot, about being visible, because we never know who's really watching. A lot of people come in my home to help my mom, and the nurse that comes all the time has really been impressed that my mother at 93 doesn't have pain and how well she's got along. And so yesterday when he was here, he said, I have another patient and I really think she could use Relive. Do you have some information? So I gave him some product catalog and a brochure, and, you know, she was interested in some weight loss, and she's in her 70s, has pain, and he said she'd been on the internet searching for things, and he said, I think I have something that really can help you. So anyway, being visible, even when you don't know it's really that visible, is awesome.
Well, that's great. And, you know, your mom does do so well, and she is a good example, and she meets a lot of people with the workers that come in. So that's great that you're able to share that with them and help them as they need it. Thank you. Anybody else?
Roger, this is Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
So I helped a friend that had foot surgery and had that tremendous amount of pain, and she was doing some other things, but we talked about the balm, and she was just like, oh, I want it, you know. So she got some really great results with it, and she had a birthday, and I was actually invited to her surprise birthday party along with several others, and she was talking about some of the things she did. Actually, she even put it out on Facebook, and one of the other ladies that was there contacted me this week, and she said, hey, she said, I want to know more about that balm that Jennifer was using. So can you tell me about that and how much it is and everything? So it was great that there was that third-party validation right there, and I didn't even have to do it. So excited to see what happens with this.
Oh, that's awesome. And I love the balm. I think I've shared this with probably most everybody on the call. I've had great relief with some pain on the bottom of my foot, and I just reapplied that today. It's probably been 2 weeks since maybe a week and a half since I had to put it on the last time. And it's just, that's a neat product. I love it. So good. Thanks for sharing that, Brenda. Anybody else?
Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Hey, hey. We had a really, really fun Tuesday night at our house. We had 4 new people, and to my knowledge, one signed up as a customer, another signed up as a distributor, and the distributor is super excited and got started on products right away, and just loved the energy that he got. Uh, pretty much immediately, and just noticed that really fast. Um, Rachel and I are meeting up this evening with a potential something for her, just from her sharing her excitement. So excited to one with Rachel and see what happens there.
Well, that's awesome. That's great that you guys had that turnout at your meeting, and your meetings are always a lot of fun. So congratulations, you guys. That's awesome. And since we're on the subject of Rachel, could you come on and would you share what's been happening for you, and especially with the RLV, the CBD product?
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. I started the RLV hemp extract, the full spectrum, on Tuesday night. I've been wanting to try it for a little while, and Lauren had an extra one, so I got it from her, and I started it immediately Tuesday night, and I've seen some incredible results so far. My quality of sleep has improved. I may not be getting a full night's rest, but I know that I'm feeling so much more rested after taking it. And also I'm dealing with from a broken foot, so I'm working on getting my mobility back, so because everything's healing still, and there's not as much pain in my foot or in my joints. It's great. My mobility is getting better. And also, I think the biggest thing that I've noticed so far is the fact that I have anxiety, and stress is a huge part of my life. I have overwhelming thoughts, and my body kind of reacts to them, like in terms of like my body gets very tight, gets very like I get knots in my stomach, I get kind of nervous and such. But the biggest thing that I've seen, especially with the CBD, what's doing for me is, yes, those thoughts are still there, but my body is definitely not reacting the same way. I'm so much more calmer. I'm able to think more clearer, and I can't wait to see, being on this product for a while and seeing what else it can do for me. It's incredible.
Well, that's awesome. And one reason why I asked you to share was because I remember seeing your video on Facebook when you came to Lauren's house for a meeting, and the pain that you were in from your foot. If I'm not mistaken, you were doing a stunt and broke your foot pretty bad?
You're correct. I broke my heel, which is really, really bad.
And I just remember watching your reaction as you put the balm on your foot and having that pain go away. And
yeah, it was overwhelmingly, I was happy. Like I wasn't in any pain at all. And I can't wait to actually get the balm for myself and being able to share how incredible that the balm worked in a matter of seconds. Like, it was crazy. It's amazing.
Yep. So then with your anxiety and stuff, that's a really hard thing, but for your body to kind of balance itself with the RLV tincture and to maybe not have so much stress about that and everything, that's going to lead right into what we're going to talk about. And so we're going to jump right into this. Thank you again for sharing, Rachel. So let's see if I can do this. Yay! Okay, so when I first heard that Relive was going to do a CBD product, I was going, now what? because the only thing I had heard about CBD was it was marijuana. And I guess there is a marijuana CBD, but the CBD that we're talking about here is our CBD that comes from the hemp plant. And in the cannabis family, there are two different strains. Well, there are more than two, but the two we're going to talk about is marijuana is one strain, but the hemp plant is something totally different. They look a little bit similar, but not a lot. The hemp plant it has basically no THC, which is the hallucinogenic property that marijuana has. It doesn't have any where you get addicted to it or anything like that. The marijuana strain can have 5 to 25% THC, and in the hemp plant there's either none or up to 0.3%, so not even a whole percentage point. But the thing that we need to remember is that they're totally different. I mean, I like to tell people you could smoke a hemp rope all day long and you wouldn't get high, okay? So in the citrus family, you've got lemons and oranges and limes. They're totally different, okay? But they're in the same family. It's the same with the cannabis family. These two plants are in the same family, but they're not at all the same. And if you guys have come on the call or haven't muted your phone, if you would please mute. Okay, so is CBD legal? Yes, it is legal. In 2018, the Farm Bill was signed into law, and it was CBD was removed from the federal list of controlled substances. It is legal in all 50 states, and I'm not sure if Idaho has figured out their laws and stuff to change that, but I think that they were the last state that Relive couldn't ship into. They may have fixed that by now. So a lot of people wonder if it's addictive, and CBD is not addictive. There's no THC or untraceable amounts of THC in CBD. And we're going to be talking, as we're talking about CBD, we're going to talk interchangeably with RLV and CBD from now on. Okay, so when I'm saying CBD, we're talking about Relive's CBD. A study showed that people addicted to opioids, 97% were able to get off of those opioids because CBD helped with their pain and their feelings of addiction. So it not only is not addictive, but it helps people to break out of those addictive substances. Okay, pretty neat just for that. But we're going to show you more here. Jen, I think this is you.
All righty. Perfect. Thank you, Roger. And hi, everyone, this morning. Super great to be on. I am on my home phone, so Roger, if you can't hear me, tell me to speak up. But so yeah, CBD is huge. It is everywhere. And but how does it help the body? That's what we're going to chat about a little bit this morning. So this is super important. We all know that our bodies are absolutely incredible. I mean, our heart beats all day, every day, without us even thinking about it. Our brain, it's so amazing to me, the human body. Our bodies were created for health. They were created to be, that's like their normal state is health and wellness. And so our bodies will do everything possible to get in that balance. But oftentimes things happen that throw our bodies out of balance. And so Roger, here we go. So we're going to talk about this a little bit. And I love this analogy of a mobile. because this kind of shows how it is, important to have things in balance. But if one thing changes in this mobile, if something affects one area, it changes everything. So this red star here shows like if there's a problem in the body. It looks like part of it's cut off here. But if something happens to the body, and this could be a variety of different things could cause this. Maybe, we have so many toxins in our environment that we're exposed to every day, every one of us. Maybe we don't have a perfect diet. Maybe we, are consuming a lot of toxins, processed foods, or medications can actually cause this imbalance here. And so, like I said, you can't change one element of this without it affecting everything on this mobile or everything in the body. But like I said, the body is pretty miraculous, and so when this happens, the body kind of shifts and changes on its own and kind of eventually finds some kind of balance. And so, during the shifting and changing, that's usually when you feel sick, have side effects, and then your body kind of gets through that and compensates, and a new balance is found. And so you continue to function, but usually not perfectly. So this kind of shows here what happens when pharmaceutical drugs, or like I said, it could be other toxins. Maybe we're not taking really good care of our body. So if things like this happen, we all know that pharmaceutical drugs have a lot of side effects. And so one drug might cause side effects or an imbalance in a different area of the body. And they're kind of like weights to the body. I like this visual here. There's just a weight on the star because, they are toxins. And, some people need medications, so I'm not just knocking that. But it does cause kind of a weight and is a little hardship on the body. Drugs work on the symptoms of the body. They're a Band-Aid. But, Roger, you can go to the next one. So what happens, you take a drug, it causes the side effects, so then you take more drugs to help with the side effects that first drug causes. So you can go next one here. So pharmaceutical drugs work at the level of the symptoms. Like I said, they're a Band-Aid, not the systems of the body, which is very important. The systems of the body are where the body heals on its own, overcomes issues. And so these, like I said, it kind of weighs down the body. It causes enormous strain on the physiology of our body. So this is super cool. Like how CBD works, it works to balance the body in the homeostatic system of the body. This is where the body maintains balance, which is super, super important. So it kind of just like, you introduce CBD and it kind of balances this out. So I think the next slide shows this a little bit better. There's another slide that I wish was here. I put it in the wrong space, but we'll go back to there. Anyway, so CBD works. So what happens is the cells of the body, this on the left is an image of a cell of the body. So what happens is when CBD binds to these receptors, it sends, and all these little green spots are like CBD receptors, and our cells are covered with receptors that respond to CBD. So what happens, this image on the right is like CBD, the little green, neon green thing is coming down. That's like CBD. It attaches to a receptor in the cells of our body, travels to the nucleus of that cell where our chromosomes are. And this is like the software that runs the entire system of our body. So it's super cool. And so we have these receptors throughout our body. It binds, and basically like just a super easy way to explain it is CBD helps our body communicate better. So our system obviously is super, super complex, much more complex than these, this, little mobile shows. And actually just the immune system of the body has over 350 signaling elements. So our body's it's so amazing for me to even think about, because our body's communicating all day long, and CBD helps it do that better. So this next slide, I think, is the one I was looking for earlier. So this mobile on the right shows more like kind of what our immune system would look like in the body. And just an easy way to explain it is CBD kind of like causes a cascade of balance, a cascade of homeostasis. So these little blue stars are like falling down through our body, through our central nervous system, through our immune system, and just helping everything come into balance, which is awesome, and it excites me. So this is kind of called the endocannabinoid system, and you can move on this one. And this, doctors and scientists haven't known much about it. In fact, this doctor, Dr. Raphael McCollum, discovered the endocannabinoid system in the body in 1992. So it hasn't been very long that it was discovered, and it is the largest network throughout our bodies. And our bodies, every system of our body is filled with CBD receptors. The other day I heard a quote from someone that says, everybody needs CBD. And it's because of this. It's because we have these, our body responds, our endocannabinoid system responds so well to CBD. And we actually create our own CBD receptors, but CBD mimics those and has our body mimic those in our body and when we consume it. So why is this important? If you live in urban America, which I believe all of us on the phone do, you are inflamed. We are the sickest developed country in the world. We have a lot, hundreds of thousands of toxins and things that we are exposed to on a daily basis. Our bodies are under attack every day. Even if we're taking Relive, even if we're eating healthy, we are exposed to toxins every day. Herbicides, insecticides, heavy metals, biological infections, and these cause a lot of issues with our body. In fact, there are, so many diseases like shown on this page: autoimmune diseases, fibro, rheumatoid, psoriasis, eczema. A lot of these diseases, they didn't exist at all 100 years ago or years ago. People did not have them, and they're becoming more and more prevalent because, like I said, we have just this toxic load on our body all day long, and our bodies are absorbing this, and our foods are so depleted. I mean, years ago, people farmed, and foods, we didn't have all the GMOs and everything that we have today, and it is just wreaking havoc on our body. And also, so many people are having issues with their brain, which we'll talk about, but, seizures and anxiety, like we've heard about today, and all of these issues. So, like I said, these diseases are prevalent, and CBD can provide tremendous relief. This image here shows the different systems of our body. Our circulatory system, our nervous system, respiratory system, digestive system, skeletal system, and CBD has been shown to help with every system of the body. So super exciting. So kind of in conclusion, our health is achieved through physiological homeostasis, or that balance of our body that is so important. And CBD is an indispensable catalyst for optimal health. So way exciting, and yeah, I think we're...
One of the things that I wanted to add in there too was that sometimes we're focused on the symptoms, and I know a lot of the pharmaceuticals focus on the symptom, but where CBD actually goes above that and in your mobile analogy, it goes to that pivot point and helps to stabilize in that, in that cell or up above the symptom, so that everything down below it comes back into line. And that made a lot of sense to me when I saw this. So anyway,
That's great.
So CBD oil affects a lot of areas of the body, just like Jen had talked about. It affects your brain, your stomach, your bones, your intestines, your heart, your eyes, and helps all of those to come into balance, to affect those receptors that are already in our bodies. And I thought it was interesting that our bodies already have this cannabinoid system and that's what is in CBD, is cannabinoid to go in and help balance those systems. There are a lot of potential therapeutic properties of CBD. It's not a cure, you guys, but we can't ignore what the research shows. And it helps the body to have incredible healing and helps with chronic pain. It alleviates some of the symptoms related to cancer treatments and cancer. There's other properties of CBD that help. Like Jen mentioned, anxiety, the Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, seizures, autism, depression, migraines, ADHD. And just to show you how accepted the CBD is, the FDA has approved a cannabis-derived drug, and I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's down at the very bottom of the slide. Epidiolex, maybe. But we looked up at what that is for, and it's for seizures. They've approved 2 drugs that are derived from CBD for seizures, and the one that is on this slide is a mere $37,000 a year to take that. So there's a lot cheaper ways to take CBD, and we have the best one.
Okay, this is me. So a couple of the most important things that we as distributors need to help communicate with people when they're purchasing CBD. One is for sure not to get a cheap product, because CBD goes through, I think, about 27 steps to manufacture. If it's cheap, it's not done right. But the other thing, the most important thing for consumers to be aware of when purchasing CBD, we're going to talk about a couple of these elements today, but many CBD products are sourced outside the U.S., which they're not regulated. You have no idea what you're going to get. I'll share a story in a minute about this. But next here, Roger. So CBD is growing very rapidly. The FDA is trying to keep up with it, but it's an unregulated market. So it's super important to know and trust your CBD supplier. And so one thing I try to tell people is don't even touch a product if it doesn't have a certificate of analysis. You have no idea what you're getting. And with Relive, we know we have that. 75%, I actually heard this is now 80%, but of all CBD products currently in production are not good quality. Many products have less CBD than stated on the label. Some, actually a lot, have no CBD. So it states that it does. It says it's a CBD product, but it doesn't have any, excuse me. Many products, many CBD products have methane, which you don't want in your body, other chemicals, mold, gases, toxins, additive fillers, just a lot of junk that should not be in the human body. Yes?
I was just going to say, I just thought of when I was talking to a friend about our product, and they had tried a CBD balm, and it didn't do anything for them. And then they tried ours, and there was total pain relief. And the one that they had got was a cheaper product. It was, I don't know, it was $10 or something. They got it off the internet. So, I mean, it's really true that there are a lot of products that don't have what they say they have in them. Anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You were great. And actually, this is the Journal of American Medical Association stated that 70% of online CBD products tested were mislabeled. Some had too much THC, which could fail a drug test. Some had no CBD. So quick story, and the thing is people are hearing things like this, and it's making them afraid to even try.
I told you.
Someone's not
Somebody
muted.
just said, I told you, and you're not muted.
Anyway, so, but there's been a couple stories I read lately, but one was just this last week, and it was an article on how hundreds of people are being harmed and in the hospital that are finding and consuming products that are labeled CBD, and it's putting them directly in the hospital. Many come in vapes, and they are from out of the country, and people are vaping them, and they think they're CBD. They're finding that these products contain zero CBD. Like I said, many of them have no CBD, but they're laced with illegal street drugs, and it is landing people in the hospital. Or people are consuming gummies with the same problem. So people are hearing about CBD, kind of getting excited about it, but they're also super, super concerned. So if we do our job as distributors and help them understand what we have a hold of and, help direct them to the certificate of analysis that Relive has and let them hear stories, they'll know that Relive is good quality. And, like we've talked about before, so beneficial to the body, but they just need to be aware of some of these issues.
So there are a lot of bad products out on the market, but Relive has the very best. Here it shows the hemp extract, the tinctures, and RLV is Relive's trademark for CBD. Okay, RLV comes from the hemp plant. The hemp plants are grown here in the United States. They are in a controlled environment, so everything is up to snuff. They are non-GMO, and the medicinal history has been used for thousands of years for CBD. And you guys, we often talk about the studies that are on LunarHX, on Lunison, on PubMed.gov, and it's really neat that we have over 100 studies on Lunison. You guys, there are over 6,000 studies on CBD and the health benefits of CBD. So that's why this is so exciting. There's a lot that this is going to do for us.
That's actually a lot higher now. If you go to PubMed.gov and type in hemp, and not at the same time, hemp and then CBD, I think it's actually over 30,000 studies.
Oh, really?
So, and they're doing a lot.
Wow.
I mean, a lot more is happening. CBD is so new to the market. So there's a lot of studies being done. And anyway, super cool. So RLV is awesome. In fact, just this week, I'm just going to put in a little side note. I love how it looks. I found out this week from Erin Cook, that Relive's marketing director, she mentioned at conference that we took the #1 brand, and I don't have it right up in front of me, but I think it was called the Great American something or other, and she said there was over 5,000 entries, and Relive took #1 brand with our packaging, which looks amazing. But the inside of the products is what's the best. They're organically grown in the U.S., actually in Colorado, which is, and I've done some research on this, Colorado has the strictest standards for hemp growth. So it's hard to grow hemp there that's not good quality and have it pass government or the regulations there. So that's a good thing that Relive grows our hemp in Colorado. But like I said before, it just is a multi-step process to ensure purity and efficacy. It's eco-friendly, third-party tested, like I said, certificate of analysis, which shows proof in labeling, and it shows our certificate of analysis, if you haven't read it, will show that there's no pesticides, no toxins, and that the level of CBD is what's stated on the label.
And Jen, where can you find that certificate of analysis?
It's right on, if you just go to Relive, go to the hemp products on Relive, it's right there. I think on Relive it says certificate of authenticity, but it's the same thing. And I think it's in red, just right there on the first page. Click it and it just comes right up.
Awesome. So the RLV hemp balm, that was what we were talking about before that I had used and had great results with this. I love that. I put some on this morning before I worked out, and my elbow's been bothering me a little bit, so I put some of that on and was able to do my full workout. And I put some on my foot this morning. I'm totally out of pain, and it works instantly. I mean, it is so great. This is 1,000 milligram of hemp-derived cannabinoids, and it's kind of a small jar, you guys, and you wonder, God, is this going to last me? I mean, what's going to happen with this? But you know what? My wife and I have both been using out of the same jar that I bought in Chicago, and that was the end of July. So what's that, 2-3 months ago? And we still probably have at least a quarter of the jar left. And you'd only need just a very small amount when you're putting this on. It addresses muscle and joint discomfort, skin irritations. Jen, you ought to tell about what's happened for Dave with putting the balm on.
Oh, yeah. So Dave, that's my husband. He has a patch of scalp psoriasis. He's had it on his head, I want to say, for probably 15 years. It started about, when we noticed it, it was about as big as a nickel. And it just kept growing bigger, a quarter, and then a silver dollar, and and it got to the point where it was about as big as a grapefruit, like up above his ear, behind his ear. His hair wasn't growing well through it. It just had this thick, scabby stuff. And any of you that know me know that I'm pretty into health and wellness and nutrition, and I thought, I can get rid of this. And so I have tried everything. I've researched. I've tried so many creams and oils and Redmond clay, which is supposed to, I thought, oh, for sure this will work. It draws out toxins. And spent $150 on this little tube of, like, has an eggplant base, and it's supposed to get rid of skin cancer and all this stuff. And I thought, oh, for sure this will. Didn't do anything. Like, nothing did anything. It just got worse. It never looked better. And so finally went to the doctor, and Dave's like, oh, this is spreading up my head. Like, I have to do something about it. The doctor's like, I can prescribe a medication. We haven't taken meds in 17 years, so that's never my first option. But he said, we'll have to check his liver. Anyway, I knew this was like the 1st of July, and I knew that the balm was coming out, so I said, just give me a couple months. Anyway, we put the balm on, and I put it on at night, didn't think about anything. I didn't think about it until like 24 hours later the next day, and I went to look at his head, and I was like, holy cow. Like, I could not believe how much better it looked. And then just like 3 applications of it later, it looked way better. We still have to keep it on. We'll forget, like we missed 2 weeks because we went on a trip and forgot it. And so it's not 100% gone, but when we put it on twice a day, it just looks like a red patch on his skin, like all the scabby, scaly stuff has fallen off. And anyway, that was kind of a long story, sorry, but it's been cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome. And if any of you want to see the difference that's made, you can get a hold of Jen. She can text you the pictures. the one thing that I did want to mention on this slide was this is 1,000 milligram strength. And at Chicago conference, we found out that if you got a 500 milligram strength, that even though the 500 to the 1,000 is only 2 times the strength, the 1,000 milligram is actually 10 times more effective than the 500 milligram strength. Not sure all of the scientific reasons why, but they said that this is an awesome product. So I guess that's the main thing that we need to remember. And this is THC free, so it's 100% zero THC in the balm.
Yep. Okay, so what is coming in the future? This is super exciting. I mean, we have the best products in Relive. Now we have the best hemp extracts. But next slide. This is super cool. We're not exactly sure when this will be coming out. Probably it might, I don't know, I've heard it might be a couple months, maybe a little longer, I don't know. But anyway, sometime soon we will have a product that combines CBD with Lunasin, which is incredible. CBD, like I said, has thousands of clinical studies. Lunasin, I think, has around 130. Both of them help with pain. Both of them help with inflammation. And it will be, the combination of these two will be a powerhouse and will be so exciting. And the other thing, Dr. Galvez, you maybe have heard him talk about this, but his research is in nanoscience. He is working on getting the molecule, I think he already has, down. It's called nanotechnology, and it's the study of extremely small things. To give you an idea of how small 1 nanometer, 100,000 nanometers is the same thickness of a newspaper, 100,000. So it's extremely small. The reason this is important is because nanoparticles are absorbed much more efficiently, quickly, effectively in the body. They'll cross the blood-brain barrier more effectively, which is fabulous because will help even more with those brain issues, seizures, anxiety, all of that. And it's just, like I said, just the absorption is amazing and more helpful to the body. This is a quote from, I think Concord Conference maybe, but Ryan Montgomery, our CEO, said many CBD products sorry, Roger, this is your slide. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Being produced and sold are not good quality. In Relive, we do things right every time. We take product development to a higher level. We will make sure these products are safe, effective, and of the highest quality. CBD products by Relive will be the best in the marketplace, and they are. He said this before they came out. So.
Absolutely. Relive always does things right. So you guys, CBD is supposed to be a $22 billion market in the next couple of years. And it's just exploding. People are flocking to this. They want to shift to more natural helps than pharmaceuticals. So people are just going nuts over it, really. So that's why it's so important that we have this in our line. We've got the best product. It's working great. And for us to be involved in this market and have a good place in this market is going to be very beneficial to us. This lady said is what we are seeing is an explosion. CBD is being used for everything you can think of. I've been doing market research for years. This is definitely the craziest market I've ever seen. So how can we capitalize on that? And that's what we want to go into now. And Jennifer Eaves showed us this in Orem at one of our trainings. And I showed you guys this on a Monday call, but there were a lot of people that weren't on, and I had a lot of people ask to repeat that, so that's what we're going to do. How to grow your business fast.
Roger, can I say something real fast before you start?
Absolutely.
And maybe you're going to talk about this, but I just want to mention that in probably about a month, I don't know for sure, but Relive will be announcing a new promotion. I believe that it will be something similar to what we had last year, a trip promotion where we can earn points. And I loved that promotion. I loved it because anyone could do it and they knew exactly what they had to do to get it. So anyway, and I think you have that as part of this, but I just want to mention that before, that this is a good time to teach this and learn about it because that's coming. So go ahead.
Well, and I'll bet you do love that promotion, because where are you going to be in a month?
I'm going to be in Hawaii in like 20 days or so. We're going in early.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
3 weeks
Jennifer earned the trip to Hawaii and is going to be over there with her husband, and it's going to be a blast for them. So congratulations. So how to grow fast. You want to get to be a master affiliate as quickly as you can, and let me show you why. Okay, first you earn the most profit and you have the most earnings as a master affiliate. You have 35 to 40% savings or profit for the rest of your life. Okay, if you maintain the master affiliate level, it'll be 40%. If you drop back, you're still at 35%, which is awesome. You get $5,000 worth of product for $32.50. Okay, so you're getting a great deal on that original master affiliate order. So if you have that $5,000 worth of product and it costs you $32.50, that's $17.50 that you could either profit or save if you used it all. Okay, that's a 54% return on investment. I was looking at my bank statement the other day, and I think they're paying all of 1%, or maybe it was almost 2% at the bank. You guys, 54% return on your investment. If you were to retail that whole order, is incredible. And that's if you did it in 1 year. Now, if the average master affiliate moves their order in 2 months, I was a little slow. It took me 3 months. But if you do that over and over again, imagine how much your return on investment would be. There's also great tax write-offs for a home-based business, and you get free shipping on the master affiliate order. You also have a 1 year, 100% money-back guarantee on unopened product. So that's way, way, way cool. You don't really have risk for it. Jen?
Okay. All righty. So this is what I like to teach. This is actually what helped me to go ambassador. As people were sponsored in my organization, they were excited to build a business, and we taught them this. This is actually how we taught to go key director, which drove my business as people achieved that level. So how to grow fast. And I want to say before I do this, like, believe in yourself. Like, as I'm saying this, don't be like, oh, I could never do that. Like, I mean, this, I've helped lots of people do this. And even, you know, I mean, you can do this and it's awesome and we'll show the numbers. But even if you do half of this, or if all you can do is a quarter of this, it's still, excuse me, it still will help you grow your business. But I taught people to put Relive in front of 20 couples. And, you know, we haven't gone over a lot of the basics of training today, but, you know, the basics are make a list, set an appointment, and do the appointment follow-up. So what you need to do is have a big list. Think of everyone you know, and just continue to add to that list. And then go to those people. You know, find 20 couples that you can talk to. If you break that down, it's like 5 a week. And so you just, you know, if you're talking to people every day, 3, 4 people a day, setting appointments and doing those appointments. So showing everyone, showing these people a presentation, all of Relive, whether it's in their home or online or inviting them to a meeting. And so what happens if you do that correctly, if they're hearing stories, if they're hearing a really good presentation, and I've had lots of people do this. So let's say 4 of those people go MA, Master Affiliate, and maybe you've been working with them for a while, but what happens is your volume is $20,000 total volume on that, so you've just reached the key director level. Your wholesale earnings would be $1,000. There, $250 on each one. Relive has the Master Affiliate bonus, which doubles your earnings. If you've never had that, I love the Quick Start bonus and the Master Affiliate bonus. I earned a Quick Start bonus or a Master Affiliate bonus every month that I was qualifying for Hawaii. So they're very doable, super awesome. But you'd get $1,000 for the Master Affiliate bonus, and then if this was your, a key director, if you were reaching that level, you would earn a $500 key director bonus. So this is cool here. Your quick start volume would be $4,500 because what happens is, let's say 4 out of those 20 couples go Master Affiliate. A lot of people go quick starts. In fact, I'm signing up a quick start as soon as I get off the phone. Like, people, when they understand, and that's the other thing, is use the promotions that Relive has to grow your business. I called people I was working with and told them that they had free shipping, half off their sign-up fee. And, free shipping, if people come in as a quick start, they're actually saving 30% because they're saving 25%, so they're getting $500 a product for $375, plus they're saving shipping. So, I just let people know, and lots of people do that quick start. So let's say 9 out of those 20, I think that number could for sure be more if people are seeing a presentation done right. 9 go quick start, your volume would be $4,500, and your wholesale earnings on that would be $675 if you're a Master Affiliate, and then your quick start bonus, you'd get 3 bonuses for $750 by sharing with those 9. But then, then you have other people that maybe just want to buy retail, just want to be customers. So let's say like another $1,250 in retail volume. That could be higher also. But your retail earnings, $500 there. And so the total here, $4,425. I've had people do this their first month. And again, like I said, don't get overwhelmed if you don't. I mean, you can do this, right? Like if you treat Relive like a real business. When I started Relive, we had no money. We were about to lose our home. I had to do this. I put a Master Affiliate order on a credit card. I was excited about it, but I knew, it kind of scared me too because I thought, I don't have any way to pay even the minimum payment on my credit card for that purchase that I made. So I woke up every day. I had 4 small children. I had just had a baby. But I treated Relive like a real business. I'm sure there's some of us on the phone that work different places that maybe we might not feel like going to work one day, and we're tired and we want to sleep in or whatever, but we get up and go anyway. And that's how we have to look at our Relive business, is what can I do? Who can I talk to today? What appointments can I do? And this really can happen. Relive is such a good company, and we need Relive to be a billion-dollar company, and this is what it will take. But anyway, all of this happens here. Your volume would be over $25,000. You would get a Sandy Montgomery Award and lots of other fun things, and top volume bonus, which changes. It used to be $7,000. I think now it's $4,000. I should know that. Anyway, but lots of fun things can happen, and so your total monthly volume could be over $11,000. There was just a lady.
Not your volume, your earnings.
Oh, your earnings. Sorry. Yes, excuse me. So there's just been a couple people. Maureen Sowens earned that. Another, Linda Cottle, just earned a bunch of money. So people, anyway, this can happen, and it's exciting, and this is how you grow fast.
So when you're talking to people, talk with passion, conviction. You guys know this works. Let that come out in your speech and in your tone and in your confidence. Connect people to your upline or other distributors for a second validation. You want to set an appointment. You want to share the whole Relive story. And then have stories on for your presentation, whether it's an online presentation, in-person presentation, at a Tuesday night or whatever it is. Have those stories there and engineer those stories for the appointment, both health and master affiliate. And finish with options, ask for a decision. You guys, they're waiting for us to ask for that decision. Don't be afraid to ask that question. And then follow up with stories. Have the stories share why they went master affiliate. That's really important.
All righty. So 4 steps to ignite your business. You know, use your upline, which Roger just talked about a little bit. My upline used to say, use me like a tube of toothpaste. So think about how often you use your tube of toothpaste. I use mine at least twice a day, usually at least 3 times a day. And, you know, the people that I have helped, the ambassadors in my organization, the people that I've helped really build a business, like, they called me. I helped them, and I called them sometimes, but they called me every day. They kept me busy. Hey, I'm at the grocery store. I just met this lady. Can you talk to her? Like, you know, so use them. Let them help you build a business. And if you don't have an upline that does a business, there's so many awesome people. I use Roger all the time, and I don't make a dime off Roger, and he doesn't make a dime off me. So, but there's just awesome people in Relive that are happy to help.
So use your upline like a tube of toothpaste. I always like to say, if you don't use your toothpaste, your breath is going to stink. If you don't use your upline, your business is going to stink.
Good one. That's awesome. Anyway, and plug into the Relive system. I think many of you have probably, I mean, there's calls all over the country. They're calling it a commit to success kind of system, but there's Monday night training calls, Tuesday night opportunity calls a couple times a week, Thursday night. That short and sweet call, I haven't always been on it, but I am committing to be on it every week because as often as I can. It's awesome. Like the stories this last Thursday, it was over in 10 minutes, and the stories were so powerful, and they give everyone's number at the end. And if you need a list of all these things, you can text me at 801-400-6449. I can send you a list of all the numbers. And then they also have a Saturday morning training on the 1st and 3rd of the month. But yeah, so and other calls, three-way calls, conferences, Relive meetings. There's lots of elements to the Relive system that's there for us to help us grow our business, which is great. Go wide, talk to a lot of people. This is super important, and this is how you get your 20. You just talk to people, and talk to people wherever you go. You have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Ask people how they're doing, and oftentimes, when you're standing in a grocery store, sometimes I think it's sad. I was at a light the other day, and this man was like walking across the street on his cell phone. He almost got hit by a car. Like he was so, and usually when I'm at the grocery store, everyone around me is just looking at their phones. But talk to people. Say, how are you? Like, be kind. Listen to people. We need to communicate more, and you can also use, I've trained before. I loved, Ryan Montgomery has talked about this a couple different times, how, if we want to grow a Relive business, we need to use the old ways, which, talking to people, setting appointments, all that. But we also need to use, look how our lives have changed in the last few years with the internet and cell phones and electronics that everyone has tied to their hips all day and in their hands all day, every day. And so we need to use that. We can share fun stories and do things online. And then step up and stretch your limits. believe in yourself. It's so important. Setting goals and believing that you can do it and work like you've never worked before. The moment that you have a doubt come into your mind, like, with Grow Fast, if you thought, oh my word, I could never do 20 appointments in a month, just, kick that out immediately and ask yourself, what would that take? Like, who can I talk to today? Take steps. Believe in yourself. I use prayer as part of building my business as, who needs this? Like, there are millions of people that need to relive, and, who can I talk to today? And just work like you've never worked before. With what we have today, we could all build huge businesses, but there's even more coming. And so, use this next trip promotion that Relive has. I don't know how many people are going to Hawaii. I should count 20 to 30 couples, I think. We need to take hundreds next time. And believe me, like, anyone could go. Like, honestly, and start today, because sometimes, you talk to someone today and it's kind of a little process to get them there. But just open your mouth, love people, talk to people, and work. And let's help Relive get to $1 billion company like they deserve to be.
That's awesome. Jen, thank you so much for your help today. You guys, it's been a lot of fun to do this training. I hope you guys have gotten as much out of it as I have. And like Jen said, just go and work and do. And Quila always tells us that it's a 3-month process, and what you do today will benefit you in 3 months. So that promotion will be coming out here in about a month. So we'll already be 2 months into that when we start seeing benefits of our work today. So get out there, talk to people, and grow your business, and go relive.
Awesome. Thank you, Roger. Good training.
Great job.
Wonderful training. Thank you so much.
Jennifer, can you repeat your phone number to text you?
Yeah, 801-400-6449.
Thank you.
Or you can email me, jenlovesrelive@msn.com. Let me know what you need.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.